Good morning. This is Molly. And officers, I just want to thank you again in advance because I know that you guys are going to help me. Really, this channel is temporary until I get to my next destination. I'm using YouTube as a means to help me with this situation. So won't nobody run up and kill me or something like that. Y'all know exactly what's going on because I don't have the support. I don't have the people around me that will really fight for me. So right now I'm fighting for myself because it seems like everybody is working against me. But it's okay. I'm not worried about that because I'm going to tell everything since that day of me jumping out that car up until now. I'm going to tell you why we need witness protection. And if I leave anything out, officers, please excuse me because I'm going to, I might come back to some because you just don't know how much stuff that I have endured these past 5 years. It's unimaginable. I'm even wondering how I'm still alive. That's how much stuff been done. I'm even wondering, like, how did I make it through it? But it can't, and you know, when I think about it, it can't be nobody but God. Some people don't believe in God, but it got to be. You understand what I'm saying? Because how do you make it through all of that and then still look as good as me? Not saying it like that, but I'm just saying I still get compliments. Because the way I look, how I should look like I've been under a freight train. You understand what I'm talking about? I should look like smashed or really like I should be looking very horrible right now. But ain't nobody but God keeping me. And I'm finna get my ass on somewhere before it get worse. Because I'm going to tell everything. I am. I'm sorry. That's the only, I wasn't on this type of time at first. But I prayed one day and I thought about it. I said, damn, you're actually fighting. You're fighting for your life. You fighting to live a normal life. Something that the things I'm fighting for, nobody should have to fight to live, to have a house. You shouldn't fight to get food. You shouldn't fight to keep a job. You shouldn't fight to have your kids. Everything that normal people is having, I'm having to fight tooth and nail like I'm in the movie 300 for it. And I don't understand it. I'm fighting for everything in my life. I'm feeling like Sophia off Color Purple. All my life I had to fight, And I'm going to fight to the end. Since I've been fighting all my life, I'm going to continue to fight then. I didn't know I was fighting for my life like this. But now that I know, oh, baby, I got my dukes up now. So come over here if you want to. You ain't going to get, I'm telling you, the people around me and everywhere else, they ain't getting nothing. I ain't got nothing to offer you. I don't have any money because people like to use people for money. Only thing I got is real deal conversation. And they don't want to hear the truth. So I know that when people don't want to hear the truth and they can't speak the truth, those are people that I don't need to be around, officers. Because I ain't about nothing but the truth. For real. It's a lot of people out here. I tell the truth. No, they tell the truth when it come up to everybody else. But when it come to themselves, you ain't gonna know nothing about them. They speaking nothing but lies. And I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. So help me God. But anyway, so let me take a little sip of this coffee. So, yeah, she told me I can come over here. I can stay. But I'm the type of person, I be feeling bad. Like if I'm not working or something or I can't really contribute to a situation, I'll start looking elsewhere where I can contribute, where I can get money and stuff like that. Because I don't ever want to be staying with nobody and not giving them anything. Now, my ex, he had me in a situation where He was telling me, we gonna do this, we never did any of that. I couldn't get up and get a job, couldn't do nothing. So it was looking as if I was living off of him. And that was not the case, because I was trying to break up with him from the first time. I'm going to tell you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about this time. Okay, so I met him on POL. And around that time, I wanted to move I was living with my mom and them at the time, because I had just moved out from my husband. I don't know if he was in jail or what. But we were living together, and I ended up having to go back and live with my mom and them for a while, you know. And so with that being said, I went over to my friend's house, and she told me about POL. And I said, okay, cool, you know. I ain't think nothing of it. So I first get on POL. The next day, he sent me a message. We started talking back and forth for like 2 weeks. And we started talking about seeing each other. And looking back on it, when I seen that message, that first message he sent, I should have looked at that and just went on to the next thing. But I ended up going out there. We talked and everything, and you know how it go when you know. And we talked for a couple months. Then I was like, hey, you know what? Let's get our own place. You know, I should have known right there something was wrong. He didn't want to leave out of them woods. He didn't want to leave out of them woods. He never want to move in like a city or nothing. He want to stay out there in them woods. Because I believe he on the run. He want to live out there in them woods and come out and do bad stuff and then go back and hide up in them woods where can't nobody see him at. See, he think now I done figured him out now. That's why he don't be wanting his name. He don't want to put his names on no bills or nothing like that, because he know he already on the run. So he got to steal identities and stuff and live under another name in order to live out here. So he'll just rather stay back up in them woods. And when they send him out to do dirty work, he come out and then he go back up in there and hide with the other criminals. And he sit behind 2 old ladies back up in there too. He try to come out with them and make it seem like they some sweet old ladies, but they ain't. They some real deal Hellcats. They came straight from hell. He comes out with them, and he used that as a cover up, as a shield. Like, I just been with them, and they be the main ones in it. They know everything he doing, and be the first ones to come and bail him out. If he go to jail right now, if he go out here and get caught killing somebody, if he go to jail right now, the next day he gonna get out, and they gonna be right there to get him out. It's called teamwork. But anyway, so yeah, let me get back on this subject. So I said, okay, well, let's just go and get us a place to stay and stuff together, you know. And I ended up paying the little deposit or whatever, $700 and something. So I'm like, okay. After that, I didn't see him or hear from him for like 3 days, and one of the old women was calling me, and I should have known then there was a play. She got to blowing my phone up. He on the warpath. I'm just saying, this is a mess, y'all. He on the warpath, and he done took my car for 3 days. Like, what? So I'm like, okay. So she calls the police, because she already know. And it's a little ordeal with that. So he ends up calling me back now. He ain't never go to jail now. He calls me back out there to her house, and he's like, hey, come, we talk. I'm like, well, what happened to you? What's going on? So I come back out there, and we go to the landlord dude, and I didn't find, actually he told me, he said, I don't know how to tell you this. Like, he started looking sad and started crying. Oh, baby, he can cry. Do you hear me? He can cry. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, well, what? He said, I went back and got that money. And I should have known then that it was a drug problem. Something was going on there. I went back and got that money that you paid to that landlord. I just look at him. I'm like, what? You know, because I never experienced nothing like that. I'm like, what? You know, so that kind of, you know, hit me a little different because I ain't never been through nothing like this. So I look at him. I'm like, you went and got the money from, I thought we was finna move. You know what I'm saying? So I started crying. Then I ran out the house to the truck, to the vehicle. He comes out there. He had his mom on the phone. This is one of them Norman Bates, you know, that psycho. This one of them, I believe this the type of situation going on here with the mom. He got his mom on that phone. And she on some, and so he letting her hear me cry. He telling her all this. She crying now. I'm like, what kind of shit? You know, in my mind, I'm like, why is he telling his mom I'm crying? Yeah, she over here crying now. So immediately, I'm like, oh, hell no. I didn't want to hear no more. I didn't want to know no more. I closed the door, put my seatbelt on, and I hauled ass went. I'm talking about I drove so fast to the house. I blocked him on everything, on POF, on my phone, everything. And now looking back on it, y'all. I never called him on my father's phone. My father come knocking on the door because I'm in the room. I'm still heartbroken because I don't know what the hell just happened. And I'm like, what the, you know, so I'm sitting there like, damn, well, what just really happened here? So my father knock on the door and he like, you got somebody calling you. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so I'm like, hello, and it's him. I'm like, how the fuck did he even get that? How did he get the number to my dad's phone? So he been misusing this police equipment, or had him and my dad already had this conversation. So that's what's kind of fucking me up right now mentally, like, because I'm trying to see, damn, was this a situation from the start that they had going on together? Okay, so after that, he talked to me. He convinced me to move, and I don't know why I never done this. Now, with my ex-husband, we had to stay with his mama for a little while, but we always had our own place. But you know how you fall on hard times, and you know how it goes sometimes. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, hold on. So now he asking me, now he done went and took the money from the house that we was finna move in the apartment. And now you want me to come and stay with you and in the same house with a whole nother grown woman. You want to do that instead of move out and get your own. And instead of me looking at it like that at the time, I just liked him, you know, and was stupid as hell. Dumb. I should have been looking at it like, hold on, this man is, you know, damn near 40. Why do he even want to stay? Why is he just to move down here from a big city? What's going on that he ain't living by himself? Why he staying over here? You know, so I understand people have things going on in life, but he didn't tell me the full story. And so now looking back on it, I believe he was on the run. Okay. And so, I ended up going out there and they was doing all type of shit while I was out there. And, every time I would leave, he'll come right back and pick me up, and it was just a lot of shit going on like that just for a long time until I realized something wasn't right. But now, I just wanted to tell y'all that little bit of how it started out with this man. But I'm going to jump back into that story that I left off on the first one, okay? All right.